How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Cult of Cantona with Deck McDonough from Deck's Devils. You might know him from his stellar work being the biggest Manchester United fan that Waterford, Kerry, and Dublin has ever produced. Um, Hope everybody's doing well. We haven't been on for a while because we've been kind of squirreling around in the background trying to organise uh, something pretty fun for the Man United Leeds game in August. Deck, maybe you might be able to tell them what you've been doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, so I'm going up on the 11th of August to meet Ryan Giggs. So I said, why don't we try do something on the 12th of August? So far I've lined up David May, Luke Chadwick, and Lee Martin. I've them confirmed, pictures of their passports, all in order at the moment. So I'm working on four more players and possibly Alan Keegan. And as a special guest to the event, I'm bringing Sir Matt Busby's godson down from the north to come to the event. So we'll be selling tickets pretty soon, hopefully. It's on in the Grand Social, organised by yourself. Thank you very much. You've been giving me a lot of help in the background. We have a good team put together and we hope to pull off a massive event where we'll be auctioning off signed memorabilia. You'll have the chance to meet the ex-players and get your pick with them and hopefully get some merch signed and have a few beers with other Reds.
Yeah, very exciting. Just, the prospect of bringing everyone together from different parts of the country who'll be in Dublin anyway for the match is really exciting. Um, I think the layout of the day is it'll be a day event from about 12 until about 5 or 6. We'll also be doing a couple of live chats and breaking up the day and doing some really exciting things throughout the day, as well as having a main event, as it were, where we'll have some legends, and we'll be really lucky to have them coming along and doing a panel and a chat and some signings and some photographs. There will be different options for different tickets. There'll be a special concession ticket for families as well. So if you want to bring your kids along, we'll be throwing up the link in the next couple of days, which Deck is organising. It's a fantastic opportunity. Even if you're not going to the match, come up for that, and grab a few pals, go out, and hang around the city and have a laugh and get involved and meet these people that you talk to so much online and interact with. Maybe not the trolls, because they're zero crack in person. But it's going to be a fantastic day. We'll have the trophies there for photographs. We'll have football kit box coming along, and they'll be bringing a display of original Manchester United shirts from the last 30 years. There'll also be a pop-up shop from them, so you can buy a few bits and pieces there. We're also creating a few options as well, where you can bring some stuff up if you want to create a merch stall, or if there's some memorabilia that you'd like to either enter into the auction, or you'd like to sell on the day, on the floor, as it were. We're expecting really good numbers for this, because a lot of people will be coming from all over the country. So get your tickets ASAP. Don't leave it too late. It's going to be a brilliant opportunity. We'll have a few surprises on the night as well, offering a few um, giveaways and bits and pieces too. So keep an eye on Deck's page, our page, and all our collaborators, including the MUFC Irish Reds Facebook group, which has become quite the force in the online space for Manchester United events and meetups and tickets and all sorts of stuff, and as well as daily banter. But onto the football stuff, which is what we're here for, really. Um, yeah, I mean, from like Michael Carrick and beating Chelsea away is no mean feat. We've beaten Chelsea home and away, and I think that's the first time in quite a number of years that we've done them home and away. And I know they're not at their strongest point at the moment, but you have to say that that's a very, very valuable 3 points. That does look like that's going to get us into the Champions League next season. Deck, what are your thoughts on the Chelsea match?
Yeah, I thought it was great. And from a United point of view, and listening to the away support, which were exceptional as always, to see them have a go at Garnacho for being a little Judas was brilliant. And for his first touch was him ending up on his arse. And even the shithousery by Luke Shaw after the game, where he put up a picture of him knocking Garnacho over. He put Garnacho in his place. Delo kept him in his back pocket. And United deserved that 3 points. Michael Carrick has done an exceptional job. Our defence was fucking shattered,
You
and
can see that, yeah.
Aiden Heaven stood up and was counted. It was just brilliant to see. Um, and when you look at the other team, like Arsenal have fucked themselves in this title race. They're the biggest bottle jobs in Premier League history. And when United win the league again, which is going to be soon, it'll be nice to see Arsenal in second place as usual. And I hope Spurs enjoy the championship, because how that team bet us in the Europa League final will always fucking
Haunt
question.
you.
Yeah, I mean, it was just pure and utter shit.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
then
have
to
to
see them come out like this.
look. It just goes to show how far United have come. That United were turned over by ostensibly the same team
Yeah.
a year later. There's a part of me that feels sorry for Spurs because they have this lovely, fantastic stadium that is up there with the Bernabeu. And
And the most expensive ticket in Premier League history. They're not getting that in the fucking championship.
they're certainly not. I mean, just goes to show the change in ownership has done them no favors whatsoever, or the change of the
No.
board and stuff. And I do feel for them because they're a great football club, but if you don't get results,
I
you're
do
going to.
like them. I do like them as a club. They've always played nice, attractive football, but they've no leaders in that team.
No, you could see it in them as well. I mean, they got very carried away when they went in front with like 5 minutes to go at the weekend. But back to United, you know, I suppose being a United fan now is all about managing expectations. It's great watching them again, and I have to say that had we have not bought so well in the transfer window last year, I don't think we'd be where we are now. And I'm not trying to take any credit away from Michael Carrick. He's been like if you're to look at all of the Premier League managers since Michael Carrick has come in, he's the highest win ratio, and he's done the best from all the top managers in the Premier League, including Pep and Arteta. So you have to give credit where it's due. But there is this, for me anyway, this sense that can't get too excited. You can't get too excited. And I think genuinely, had he have lost that match against Chelsea the other night, he might not have been in consideration for the job. But it's a results game. He did really well. I like the way Carrick carries himself. I like the way he interacts with the fans. I like the way he's kind of understated and he doesn't throw his players under the bus. But the Garnacho stuff was amazing, and some of the memes that were floating around of Mateus Cunha surfing on top of
Yeah,
Garnacho.
that was brilliant. Yeah.
And Garnacho deserves it. He deserves it because you would say clearly he's not liked by the players. You can see that, So he was causing problems, and he did and does have an attitude problem. The fact that he even has to come out on social media and talk retrospectively, even slightly apologetically about how he behaved, says that and I don't know about any of you guys, about you, Deck, but for me, Garnacho, so it never sat right with me that he was always celebrating like Ronaldo.
That's because he thought he was fucking Ronaldo. The only problem is he's fat Ronaldo,
He is.
not
He's
CR7.
no, like this is the thing. I think, and we were discussing this before on the podcast. I think the worst thing that could have happened to Garnacho was scoring that overhead.
Yeah, yeah.
Start
Well,
believing your
that
own
and his
hype.
piss poor attitude.
Yeah.
You know.
Attitude is everything in football. You can have a great game and then go on a streak of 5 games and get dropped in the Premier League. Loads of players have proved that. You can't get to. There's another podcast which I listen to called The Promised Land, and their kind of tagline or motto is never too high, never too low. For that reason, getting carried away on the crest of a wave. Oh, I've had one great game. I'm messy now. It's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I mean that. To be honest with you, that Leeds result just absolutely took the wind out of everyone's sails, didn't it?
Oh, that was a shit show. I mean, I've never seen United so bad in the first half. I mean,
Yeah,
then Martinez gets fucking sent off. You can headbutt someone and get a yellow card, but if you pull a fucking man's man bun, you get a red card. Like, it's so fucking inconsistent. The referees and VAR need to do one and fuck off, because they're very biased towards United. Probably going back to when Fergie used kick the bollocks out of a lot of them. And they've memories.
yeah.
See, the problem is when United are playing, referees know they're in the limelight, so they try to turn themselves into the fucking spotlight. But I mean, how can you headbutt someone, get a yellow card, but you pull a fucking man bun, and it's not? It's a red card for United. We've been punished this season by VAR mistakes and refereeing mistakes. Imagine where we'd be if they hadn't been mistakes and the right result. I mean, we'd be fucking fighting for the title.
Yeah, but my auntie had balls. Should be my uncle. I mean, like you have to argue with VAR, and I don't like VAR generally speaking, but it does a lot of the time get it right. Not we've been stung a couple of times this season, but for the most part, it does right some wrongs. I wouldn't say straight away because nothing happens straight away with VAR. Slows everything down. It's all gone American football-y, and
Yeah, which is shit.
I hate it. Yeah. Um, how do you feel about the general direction under Michael Carrick? And do you think that that wonderful, relaxing spa break they had in Kildare has helped them as a team?
Well, I think they probably went on the fucking Guinness because they were shit show in the first half against Leeds, so they probably had too much fucking Guinness and played too much golf. But look, I'm delighted where we are. We're getting Champions League football back to the club. A club the size of Manchester United the Champions League needs us, right?
Mm.
That's it. That's a given. And I think we're getting it. Can't wait to be back there. I'm looking actually at entering an eight team into a Manchester United competition. So you play your games in Carrington,
Hmm.
and if you get to the semi-final and final are played in Old Trafford. So I think that's June or July. So I'm currently asking any ringers out there who've played a lot of soccer. And look, I have a goalie sourced, and I have two ringers that are ex-League of Ireland players. So I need four more. So really talented soccer players, please contact me, Deckmad or Deck McDonough on Facebook.
But would you not be the banger for that team, seeing as you're in your early 60s now?
52 by. But I'll be playing in centre defence, and I'm like fucking Gandalf. You shall not pass.
uh, Loads going on as well in the wider football world. It's great to see Troy Parrott picking up a trophy that can only be good for Ireland in the future.
Yeah, brilliant.
You get a taste of that.
He scored a goal and had an assist, so he's on fucking
Fair.
fire at the moment.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
As long as he stays out of certain pubs
And
when he's off.
as per usual, I won another Manchester United competition.
What did you win now, Dick?
Meet and greet with Dennis Irwin in Manchester on the 1st of May.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Dennis is great. If you're watching along, go into our video history and you'll see an interview that we did with Dennis and Clayton Blackmore a couple of years ago. Very down to earth is Dennis, very approachable. I've never seen quite anyone like him at these type of things where he's literally stopping and chatting with absolutely everybody and just giving everybody his time. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's a pure gent.
The legend. You can see why everybody loved him so much. And the fact that we were watching on the BBC, they had like a best left back poll
Yeah.
of all time, and Erwin didn't even come in the top three, which is absolutely shocking.
Who did they have ahead of him?
Well, a few obvious ones, which would be like your Roberto Carlos's, your Ashley Cole's.
They weren't fucking Irwin.
Exactly, I'd agree. Dennis Irwin was, and I think by virtue of the fact that all you have to do is look at his silverware. I mean, look, if you're looking at Premier League fullbacks, you'd have to say that Dennis Irwin is in the top. He's in the top two, if not the best fullback the Premier League.
I definitely think he's the best. He literally makes every top United 11. There's no one in there ahead of him.
Mm,
You know, he was just so consistent, and he deserves recognition as that. He is the epitome of the word legend.
yeah. I think also because of the way he carries himself as well, and in a way that maybe Keane lets himself down a little bit. When he's out and about in public, sometimes Keane can be very cantankerous. You heard it on the overlap, even with McIlroy. McIlroy approached him at Paul Marnock when he
Oh
was a
yeah,
kid, and he was like, "Not today."
yeah,
So I think Keane kind of lets himself down like that, and as well as that, to Roy, as much as I enjoy watching him, both as a player and as a pundit, he doesn't do fan events or anything like that. He does the big overlap thing in the Tree Arena and so on, but he's not. He's clearly not interested in doing meet and greets and signing for fans and doing the photograph thing, which is a bit disappointing, I suppose, for fans because it would be the big one, that everyone would want to go to. Um, so looking ahead, I love Roy Keane. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I wish that he was more approachable because
yeah.
looking ahead, we've Brentford. We've two home games, Brentford, and then what's the name of that small team in?
Oh, the worst defending Premier League champions of all time,
Yeah, you know
with
them.
the best defender in the world, Virgil van Lesbian.
Yes, and what's your man's name? The Egyptian fella.
Oh, no salad.
No salad. No salad.
Yeah.
They obviously were playing them. I'd be fairly confident that we're going to get another 6 points out of those two games.
Yeah, and I'm actually currently running an event, and it makes the Liverpool Scouser game a bit bigger. So for the Irish Cancer Society, one of my good friends is a Scouser, but he's sound. But unfortunately, at the moment, he's going through treatment.
Ah,
So we've been raising money for the Irish Cancer Society, and on the day of the match, May the 3rd, we'll meet up in his pub. I'll probably come out in a rash because it's full of Liverpool fucking memorabilia. But if Liverpool do the unthinkable and beat us, I have to wear a Scouse jersey.
right.
But as I expect, United win, he'll be wearing a United jersey. So people have been saying, "Are you going picking on a fella going through cancer treatment?" Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Well, it's good enough for them. Look, I've never seen a Liverpool team. It's just they don't seem to be playing for each other. They don't seem to be. There's clearly an issue running through the squad, and I think what's sad for Liverpool fans, I think, and a lot of them are my mates, is that they are not. I think there was only one Scouse player in the squad at the weekend, and I think that's the saddest thing that there's a sense of, and I mean this in no kind of xenophobic way or whatever else. I just think that clubs like Liverpool, in particular, Man United, you know, teams like that need to, particularly those two clubs, need to stick to their traditions of bringing through, academy players, giving them a chance, bedding them in. I just think that if you're taking your eye off that, and it's all about who you're going to buy the following season, which United were dangerously close to under Amarim, ignoring some of the younger players coming through, or only very barely giving them a look in when the arse was falling out of our trousers a bit.
Yeah,
I think it's a dangerous game to play because the fans will turn on you, and I think Arne Slot will. Uh, they're playing it down, but I think that they'll be. If I was that club now, I'd be looking around Europe. I'd be looking to the wider managerial community and going, well, who can I get in there to?
I definitely think there's players that have issues with Slot.
Yeah,
Uh, definitely, and the fact that Salah's leaving, Andy Robertson's going, says a lot about his managerial style.
yeah. It's like if Van Dijk moves on as well. You'd be very concerned for them. And there's talk of, you know, Soboslai on as well. And then that'll be another 6 points for us next year.
Yeah,
Uh,
long may it continue.
so, you know, the season is nearly over now. We've only, what, 5, 6 games left?
Five
Uh,
games. Oh,
so, what overall, in terms of where we were under Ruben Amorim and where we've moved to, do you think there's been any great progress really, um, in terms of the squad and like obviously Michael Carrick has something because he has them playing again for each other. You can see that, but is my concern would be, and let me know what you think about this. Would he be Is that the best we're going to get with the squad that we have? And has he just got the best out of the players playing for each other, and that's the best we can be? And I know that we're, playing devil's advocate here, but um, we did sign 4 quality players that are doing the business for us, and it seems to be them that are contributing. Apart from Bruno, just being Bruno as per usual, week in, week out, like he was through all the shitty periods over the last few years. Is it a case of um,
I'll do it. Leave it.
that's the best we can expect from these players?
No, I think Michael needs to be given the job and asked who he wants to buy to improve the club. Yeah, we've recruited very well in the last 2 windows. All the players we've got have been brilliant. And Boomo seems to have fallen off a bit after AFCON, but he'll come good. Cunha is brilliant. He's class act.
Mhm.
Uh, Bruno deserves the Premier League Player of the Season. If they give it to someone like Declan Rice, who's bottled the title race, or fucking Haaland, who's scored less than he has in the last few seasons, it's a travesty. Bruno's consistently played and won man the match for Manchester United, and he would walk into any team on the planet. He's that good and
Yeah.
that influential. Yeah, I hope Carrick gets the job. He's done enough to deserve it. These so-called specialist managers, everyone that's come to United has fucking failed
Yeah.
because they haven't realised that Manchester United is a different beast to every other club in worldwide football. And the expectation that is put on you, Sky Sports are up your ass because we're the news story every fucking day.
Mhm.
Liverpool have fallen to such lengths, but does anyone talk about them? No, because they're not fucking Manchester United. No one gives a shit about
Yeah.
Liverpool. We are the news story. If Michael Carrick farted, there'll be drones above Old Trafford trying to get a photo of his arse exploding or something, No one gives a flying fuck about the rest.
Yeah.
And rightly so. We are what every other team aspires to be.
Yeah. It is that, isn't it? Like even at our worst, people, they love to hate us, or they, or we're very highly revered by our own fans. Yeah, there's nothing on earth like being a Red, isn't that what they say?
Yeah, and hated, adored, never ignored.
Um, I just want to talk about kind of a couple of players individually, because we are coming to the end of the season. It's looking like Bruno will get player of the season. A couple of other good shouts would be um, the goalkeeper.
Lamon's fucking brilliant. Yeah, he's really steadied the ship. Poor old Banana couldn't fucking save anything. He was just shockingly shit. He was up there with Taibbi.
Yeah, it was.
That's how bad his fall from grace was. But I heard rumours that he thinks he's coming back. That fucking fool had missed the plane.
Yeah, there's no way you can bring him back, not even to play number two. And Lamons is what, 20, whatever, 2 or 3 or whatever.
23, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's between the sticks now, like David De Gea for the next 10 years, unless
Yeah,
he has such a bad run of form, which I can't see happening because he's such a cool young head,
yeah,
or old head on young shoulders, where you're
yeah,
looking at him going, look. There's been times in games where had we have had Andre Onono in goal,
Yeah.
we'd have conceded. There's been times he's really saved our bacon on, and I wouldn't even say, look, like he's a very good one-on-one 6 yard shot stopper, and I think that's the
Yeah.
difference. He comes out and he smothers the ball like Schmeichel does. He's very, very, very calm. I don't think I've seen him at all season, not once, when the ball's played back to him, fluff his lines, and kind of or get caught with the ball, or um, make any errors that have unforced errors that cause the other team to score. And that says loads about him. What type of head he is,
Yeah.
cool head he has. Yeah. And he, call me old fashioned. I like to see goalkeepers coming to the edge of their box and claiming the ball and plucking the ball out of the sky.
Well, it's fucking bad when we have to say we're happy that we have a goalie that saves the ball. I mean, fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's his job. I mean, that's the only aspect of his job Onana needed to do but couldn't do. Seemingly, he was brought in for his fucking ball control. He couldn't fucking control the ball. It was
No,
shit.
no. And when anytime you see Onana venture out with the ball, you're like, oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'd say Lamens has been a real standout player. I think had Bruno have not played so well, I think he would have been up for it. Maybe
Yeah.
Casemiro, you have to say, has been excellent,
Phenomenal.
like fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially a player who, and you have to give credit to the likes of Harry Maguire and Casemiro, because the amount of stick that they got,
Yeah.
to the point where, and I totally hold my own hand up here and go, I was very, very critical of Harry Maguire for a year and a half, pretty much every week. But the professionalism that he's shown, the professionalism also that Casemiro has shown, and it shows that kind of class is permanent, because towards the end of last season, he was looking very heavy-legged on
Yeah.
uh, going into every tackle, and I was like, this man has to go. He obviously went away, killed himself training in the summer, coming back for pre-season, and the fans say it all when they're chanting, one more year for the last
Yeah.
2 or 3 games. So yeah, Casemiro, good show. What do we make of the new trifecta up front?
I love it. I think Sesko is going to come good. Cunha is a United player already.
Yeah,
He'll do it for the badge, and that's the type of player we're missing. And Buemo will come good. He's always been a good striker. It's just since AFCON, he's probably bollocksed. I mean, that's a stupid fucking tournament to have in January anyway. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Then you have Ahmad on the flanks. He's had a great season, I think.
mm.
Uh, the
Yeah. His
low,
goal, his goal
the low,
contributions haven't been great, but he's playing well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And Setsko, I agree. Again, he's gone a little cold over the last game or two, but there was a point when I was watching him in the last game where he's kind of half cocked sometimes, where I don't know whether, like, playing for a club like Man United or Real Madrid or maybe Barca are the only clubs that kind of equate to the same level of pressure and intensity and press
Yeah.
attention. Um, I mean, Carrick obviously likes him because he's starting him now. And I think that I just want to see more of the types of goals that I seen in the clips before we bought him, or when we were talking about buying him.
I want to see him run at defenders. I mean, the fucker's fast when he wants to be.
Yeah, it's just like the ball seems to, and I know and we can all see that he's capable of that, because I've seen it I've seen him rattle off 35-yard screamers, 25-yard screamers, and beating players and banging it in the top corner.
Yeah,
And he is capable of it. And he has scored one or two lovely goals for us, especially that flick that time.
yeah,
Where you're going, that's fucking world class. But it makes it begs the question: is there a little bit of, despite the fact that Mbuemo and Cunha are taking the pressure off him somewhat because they're scoring and chipping in, and poor old Highland last year, who we all still have a soft spot for, uh,
yeah.
didn't have that support, where apart from Bruno coming in and saving the day last season. Um, y- you know, I think that the United should really have um, would it be such a bad idea to have like, and I don't know who they have as a strikers coach for United at the moment, but would it be a bad idea to have I wouldn't, obviously not Van Nistelrooy because he wouldn't come in and do that now, but somebody who can get him, just get from a sports psychology point of view, just that little block that he has when he gets the ball, when he
Yeah,
hesitates. There has
yeah,
to be somebody out there, because they tried that last year with Benny McCarthy, and didn't really work out. But I think bringing in someone who can just get him back to that kind of peg gun, uh, just one touch bang type stuff, or
yeah,
beating players where he knows he can beat them and get round them, and just give them that confidence.
yeah,
Um, in Brimo, I really like, but if he keeps playing like, if he's not scoring, he's going to get criticised because he's playing for Man United. But having said that, he broke his bollocks the last couple of games. There was times he was chasing down balls and running from the halfway line to the corner flag on the left, particularly against Chelsea and Leeds.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't question his work ethic at
His work
all.
ethic and his work rate is incredible, but
Yeah,
United fans are, particularly because of last season, very impatient. So if he goes the rest of the season without scoring, despite the fact that I think him and Cunha are Man United players inside and out, you can see that. But it's a very unforgiving league. If you're not scoring,
yeah,
they're
he
gonna
will be stopped.
he'll be dropped, yeah, or he'll come off the bench and then he'll have to earn his stripes again.
Yeah,
Um, so it's looking positive-ish. I mean, if we win again, and we definitely know we have Champions League, I don't know if that'll help or hinder, because you'd wonder if the lads will take the foot off the pedal a little bit against Liverpool, because if Chelsea don't get a result, then we'll be what? If we win against Brentford, I think we're 10 points ahead of Chelsea. So if we win and we're 13 points ahead of Chelsea, who are our nearest rivals below, you'd say, like, again, it's a test of the mentality. And will we have that thing that we had against Leeds, when the lads have when they know that it's less important,
yeah,
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we should be winning. We should be beating Brentford, and the way Liverpool are playing, if this continues, we should be beating Liverpool.
yeah, 100%. I'd agree all day long.
But yeah, just getting back to Aiden Heaven and Nusa Majrawi. I always find it very difficult to say his name for some reason. Not a bad makeshift centre back pairing.
No, Mazraoui is good. I like him. He's good defensively, and he loves to attack. So yeah.
So with Declan, with Brentford coming up at the weekend, what do you fancy, and what score? Who do you think is going to score? What score and goal scorers?
I'm going for Casemiro for first goal, and I'm going 3-0 to United.
Okay. I'm going to be less optimistic and say 1-0, and I think that Bruno will score, and it'll be another tentative game. But yeah, as long as we win ugly, get to Champions League.
I don't care whether the goal goes in off Mbumo's joint arse. I don't care.
His giant arse.
His giant arse. Once we win, that's all that matters. Keep the momentum going and fucking keep United at the top.
So, guys, thanks a million for watching, listening, subscribing, getting involved. We're really excited about this thing coming up in August. If you want to support the show, scan that old QR code there, and you can buy us a coffee. Equally, subscribe, share. You can get us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we have a WhatsApp group for Cult of Cantona listeners and watchers as well. Declan McDonough, Mystic Deck. Thanks a million.
Nostradamus.
Yeah. Also, you can follow Deck. Where can people get you online for your own stuff?
So I'm Deckmad on TikTok and Dex Devils on YouTube. Deck McDonough on Facebook, and I don't know what I am actually on Insta, but find me on MUFC Irish Reds. I admin that with Nigel Waters. The two of us created that group. Nice community of Reds on there, very respectful. and no shit on the page, member on member or anything. So we're running a good show. So keep us in mind. And if you're a red, you're welcome. If
Yeah,
you're a red, you're not.
no, absolutely no. Get involved and keep an eye on all of our socials because we're all working together on this for the event. It'll be on the the 12th, the
12th of August.
12th of August, match day, United versus Leeds. It'll be a 10-minute walk from there. Come in, have a couple of slow points, get involved, watch a few chats, get some stuff signed, and then head up to watch United play against. And it'll be a very interesting game based on the last result against Leeds United. Thanks a million for watching. Deck, take it easy.
Cheers, Reds.
All the best, everyone.
Cheers, man. Bye bye.